There is an ex-weightlifter on the show.
I live here too.
Okay, will I watch it? Absolutely not. Her piss could have melted through steel beams. I look real good today. I've got my bucket hat on because we're going to do some bucket hat internet exploring. We're going to be talking about 90 Day Fiancé on TLC. Something that I thought I would never talk about, ever, let alone on this channel. TLC is a network that, you know, I don't know. These cable TV networks have just really become irrelevant around the world, but I don't even know what it stands for. I think they do like a lot of house projects and stuff, like building up houses, and now they have a bunch of reality shows, and 90 Day Fiancé is one of those reality shows. I would never watch TLC, even when I did have cable television. Nonetheless, I will likely not watch 90 Day Fiancé, even though, and this is the reason why we're talking about it, there is an ex-weightlifter on the show. Not just any old ex-weightlifter, but one of the strongest American weightlifters in the history of the sport, at least in the gym. His name is Pat Mendoza. He competed internationally for Brazil, as he is a dual citizen, I believe. I think that's how that works. But yeah, let's look at this little advertisement.
I have an octopus inside of me.
We swiped right, and I was like, yeah! This is the hottest girl I've ever seen in my life. Please be real.
Yeah, so he's speaking Portuguese. That was him right there. But wait, so they swipe right on an app and then they meet and then they become fiancés? Okay. 7 couples have 90 days to figure out whether their love can go the distance. When the 9th season... Okay, so the show... I gotcha. Oi, amor.
So crazy. Drink.
Living with my brother, it's going to be...
Oh, shit.
Awkward.
I live here too.
An alcoholic brother in the house as well. All right. Okay, so that's it. That's 90 Day Fiancé. Very interesting. Never really understood what the show was about, and now I do. Will I watch it? Absolutely not. I don't expect you guys either, but I want to talk about Pat Mendoza for a moment here. Pat has 2 lifts on the internet that, if were posted now, would absolutely break the internet. So first, we have this squat. Okay, 20 years old with just some knee sleeves on. We got a high bar back squat of 800 pounds, 363 kilos. This is Pat Mendoza. Time to rack it. So, yeah, that's what we're dealing with. And I should mention, because this is a very key point in the video. Yeah, you know what? We're going to watch... Let's watch the snatch. So here he is, 20 years old. This is a 207 kilo snatch. Like that sort of number, I don't think, it says unofficial junior world record. I don't think someone at that age has ever snatched that amount, no matter the body weight. They say that he was 128 kilos body weight at that time, so, right around 280 pounds. That is absolutely an insane number to be lifting at that age. Now, the reason why this is such an interesting case is he is an American-Brazilian weightlifter and the super heavyweight USA weightlifting national champion in 2011 and 2012. He was suspended by the United States Anti-Doping Agency for 2 years. Began in March 2012 for using HGH. Has been reported that he tested positive for a banned substance the second time at the 2015 Pan Am Games. After that, he called it quits. So Pat was on gear when he broke those records. And, obviously didn't clean up his act. But it's a very interesting story, and something that just stems from the way that weightlifting and doping works, at least here in the United States. So a lot of times people attribute, at least on the men's side, poor performance overall to system, methodology, and athlete selection. And those are actually valid, right? So we can absolutely improve in system and selection and methodology. The problem is we have improved vastly. The athlete pool that we have on the men's and women's side is so much better than what it used to be. And all of the numbers are that much better, and all of our performances are that much better. However, we still cannot cross the barrier of getting international medals. Mind you, in 2017, a lot of athletes were suspended around the world because of doping sanctions, and their countries were actually banned from competing at world championships. So Anaheim 2017, we had a lot of countries not show up. That's where a lot of American lifters ended up getting medals. Again, this is specifically on the men's side. The women's side is a little bit of a different situation. But if I could just kind of boil it down to one simple point: athlete protection. In the United States, if you want to compete internationally, you will not be protected by USADA or any national governing body, NGBs. That is how it works in United States weightlifting. If you want to dope, you are on your own and you will likely get caught. And everyone in the United States will be mad at you for it. Why? Because you are potentially taking away a stipend, which is just like a salary given to you by the NGB, and a potential spot to go to a world event, which is what a lot of people are looking for. Now, is the same thing happening in countries where we say that their system is that much better or athlete pool is that much better? No, it's not. It's as simple as that. It is not. A lot of the weightlifters of old, let's say 2015 is a great year for this. Okay, we have Kazakhstan, we have Azerbaijan, we have Turkey, Ukraine. Many of these countries ended up having a lot of sanctions. And we used to look at those countries, even the Russian team, actually, most importantly, the Russian team. If we look at those countries, so many people online were saying, well, the United States just doesn't have the technical prowess. We don't have the methodology. We don't have the athlete pool. And that, again, was somewhat true. It can always be better. But those countries were absolutely protected from national testing. They did have legitimate doping programs that would help them out. Azerbaijan, I cannot fathom them having such a sophisticated system that they're building their athletes up from scratch. And no, they doped and they all got popped, every single one of them. Boyanka Kostova is a great example of this. And I'm sorry, a lot of people love her. I love her technique. But at 50-something kilos, she was front squatting 200 kilos body weight. When she came back cleanly, she lifted, I think she snatched like 80 kilos. And her world record was like right around 110 when she could have, her piss could have melted through steel beams. But anyways, I digress. I'm talking about Pat Mendoza here because Pat Mendoza was one of the guys that said, you know what, if I'm going to do this, I want to beat these guys. And I want to see what I can do. I want to see if it's possible that these guys are just that much better than me or if it's just the drugs. There's never a chance for any of these athletes to just have free reign on drug use. And I'm not sympathizing with drug use by any means at all. There is absolute validity to saying Pat Mendoza and others who have been caught have taken away stipends from other people, have taken away spots on world teams. It's not like Pat Mendoza had like the greatest national and international performances. He did miss a lot of lifts. But again, the point here being that Pat Mendoza is just one of the examples of people getting kind of fucked over by anti-doping. Here's a book written by Jim Rutter. I highly suggest getting it. I have read all the way through it. It's a really easy read. I can't find my copy, but here it is on Amazon. I'm just going to read what it's about. Athletes have used performance-enhancing drugs to set world records in dozens of sports. In 2009, one young American weightlifter sought to achieve the same. Pat Mendez's journey would see him win 3 national titles and compete internationally against the titans of the sport. His career ended due to a pair of faulty anti-doping tests, one proven in court to be unreliable. To this day, Pat is the only American to snatch 200 kilos. He lifted more weight than all but a few American weightlifters ever. But this short time spent on drugs was not enough to defeat the superstars of the state-sponsored doping systems and the bribery and corruption of the federations that protected them. This book is called The Sport is Steroids. Okay? And I think a lot of people need to understand that, yes, while methodology matters, yes, while talent pool and system matters, steroids matter more. In this sport of weightlifting, absolutely. Look, there's a lot I can go into on this, and I actually am working on a documentary right now. So a very similar case is something with Ian Wilson, someone who I would consider to be a role model of mine, but also a close friend at this point. What I have done is I've shot a few interviews, actually a decent amount of interviews, with my good friend Will from Barbell Stories, and we are putting together a documentary that will be on my YouTube channel for free. We are going to be talking about steroid use in sport, anti-doping and doping, and the faults within both of them. So if you were to allow doping all the way through, there's faults in that. Anti-doping, there's absolutely faults in that. And we will be discussing that and using Ian Wilson as an example, as Ian Wilson has been sanctioned. So anyway, it's worth thinking about. And just seeing Pat Mendez on 90 Day Fiancé was very interesting. Just because having started weightlifting in 2013, Pat Mendez was kind of a household name to the weightlifting community. And now seeing him in 2022 on a reality show about finding out if a Tinder match is going to be your fiance is very, very, I guess, ironic. I don't know. All right, so I just commented that. If you guys could, go to the 90 Day Fiancé Season 9 and comment time to rack it. Let's spam this thing. They have no idea what's coming to them. All right, I will see you guys on the next video.